Greetings everyone. Welcome to EduBiz Networks CAREEROSITY. CAREEROSITY is an online platform that helps students with comprehensive career guidance, planning process, personality assessments, and discover top careers and options after 12th grade. It's a platform that connects students with professional career guides, coaches, and mentors. Today we have with us Mr. Santosh Ghatpande, a professional in music therapy, a music student since the age of 6, a CS and an LT student turned music therapist. Mr. Ghatpande will not only talk about his roadmap towards a career in music therapy, but will also show the students the path in this conventionally unconventional profession. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yes, good morning.
So we'll start with the interview. So the first question, it is the most important question. What drew you to this profession?
Yeah, actually, I started learning music from the age of 6, and music was always part of me. So when I grew up in terms of education, then my career in IT, music was always with me, and then it always helped me in managing my stress, in better concentration, in taking better decisions, and so many other things. So finally, this jump or this move is towards marrying my passion with profession, because I'm passionately in love with music, and then if music can have a positive impact on someone's life, then nothing like it. So music therapy was my ultimate kind of marriage with passion with profession.
So what has the trajectory been like career-wise? The shift from being an IT student to going to being a professional in music therapy. How was that?
Yeah, so it was, I would say, the education wise journey was not so difficult, because I have been probably one of the bright students. I whatever came to me in terms of education, I had that kind of flair to learn and study, and I have done company secretary, law graduation. After that, I moved to IT, and then so many other stuff. I have done IIM HR as well. So from an education perspective, it was not so difficult. However, when it comes to I had a steady job in terms of IT. I was a vice president of an IT company. So that point of leaving that job and the monthly check that comes along with it, to shifting to something which is completely unconventional, was a little tough decision, because at that time, it was just a COVID period, and then also job market was not so stable kind of thing, and then if this doesn't work, what will happen, and so many other stuff. My wife asked me a lot of questions, and then we had a lot of discussions kind of stuff. So however, she is also into music, and she could understand my passion or my viewpoint, why I am doing this kind of understanding. So even though it was difficult, but I could do that, and it was afterwards, it was from my within, it was a smooth journey, because I was completely free to devote my time and energy towards something which I passionately love.
Absolutely. So now we shift into the basics of music therapy, because a lot of people don't know what that is, and I believe that it is, as a professional, you're the best person to be able to educate people on this. So to start with, could you please explain what music therapy is in simple terms?
Music therapy is a therapeutic usage of music for health issues with people, like psychosomatic ailments, psychosomatic diseases ranging from diabetes, blood pressure, to psychological disorders like anxiety, depression, and so many other stuff. So the range is quite wide. What we do is we use intervention or musical interventions to accomplish individualized goals. So when we do music therapy, we understand a person, we understand the history of a person, background of a person, from nature, from family background, education background, and so many other stuff that we understand, and then based on that we design music therapy. So when we talk about designing music therapy, it's like curated musical pieces to be listened to with an objective. Like we decide for a 60 days cycle what will be an objective for that person, and accordingly we design music. So it's not just entertainment music listening, but it's therapy with a cause and with an objective and with a science.
Absolutely. Sir, how does music therapy help people, and what kind of challenges or conditions can it address? Because, sir, like you mentioned, diabetes and cancer, but sir, a lot of the times when we speak about therapy, we also mean mental illnesses, and that is like a taboo topic in India. So, sir, what do you have to say on that?
Yes, so the range, as I said, is quite wide. Even if a person is not having any disease or ailment as such, still music therapy can help that person. Because, for example, anger management, practically everyone needs it. However, it's not called as disease. There are so many bad repercussions of anger. However, anger management is an important area wherein music therapy helps in concentration improvement, confidence booster, memory improvement. These are all the areas which are not considered as diseases or ailments, but still music therapy helps in that. The psychological, as you said, the taboo topic in India, it ranges from like anxiety, depression, multiple personality disorders, and so many other stuff, which is quite a huge range of psychological ailments. Music therapy certainly helps in all these ailments. I have 8,500 recorded cases with me wherein music therapy has transformed people.
So speaking of, could you share a real life example of how music therapy has made a difference in someone's life?
Actually, there was an architect student who was studying in Pune, and his mom called me. She was staying in a village near Pune, and she called me, said that the student have attempted suicide thrice. So when he met me, there was a suicidal attempt before that three times, and you can understand what kind of music or what kind of personality a typical architecture student will have. So when I met him, I made him listen to music. I didn't talk much, but I made him listen to therapeutic music for 2 or 3 sessions, and then he started speaking about why and how and all those things. It was a kind of a pressure that got built up because his parents have bought him a flat, a bike, and a laptop, and so many other stuff, so that he will be able to study in Pune. And that actually built up a lot of pressure on him, and then he was trying to run away from the life because of that pressure. So I worked with him for 2.5 months. I removed the entire music from his phone and then introduced therapeutic music in his phone, and there was a regular intervention kind of stuff. And then after 2.5 months, he has given a feedback that he's ready to face the architecture exam. So that was the result. I mean, what is the exam result is not in
That's
school.
not important.
It depends on the study. So that was the result, kind of. Yeah.
So because this curiosity is for students, it's for students who want to step into this unconventional career path. So what qualifications or degrees are required to become a certified music therapist?
Music therapy combines 3 streams together: music, psychology, and medicine. So if you have a background or a basic 2 years of education in any of these 3 fields, for example, if you have studied music for 2 years, that's a good enough qualification. Or if you have studied psychology for 2 years, that's also a good qualification. Or typically even the MBBS students, doctors also do this course. So that's also one of these 3. If you have studied for 2 years, then that's a good enough qualification to be a therapist.
So are there subject specific or any skills that a student must have? So because you say that you have been a music student since the age of 6, So, do you think it is necessary for students to have a general affinity towards music for this, or is it okay if they don't?
Anyone who loves music, even if the person is not studied music, but genuine love for music is required to be a therapist, because that's a medium which is being used here. So you should love your medium, and then only you will be able to apply the therapeutic kind of a value to it. So that's where love for music, genuine love for music, and empathy towards society, these are the two basic things.
So, where can a student go to study, like to take this course? Are there any good courses available in India or abroad that you know of?
Yes. So when I studied 15 years back, there was a surge and there was a herd of there was not much availability of courses. However, now there are courses available, even undergrad courses are available. My organization, Anahat Music Therapy, also undertakes a course in music therapy, which is from basic to advanced course, and which covers the entire cycle of music therapy and tools and techniques and how to apply and all those other stuff. Even there are institutions like MIT World Peace University. Even there are certain other Chennai School of Music. So there are certain other institutions also have this as a part of curriculum.
Sir, what is the role of a music therapist? So when I say that, I mean that how is a day in your life like as a music therapist?
Okay. Basically, as a music therapist, we need to work on cases, and we need to help people in terms of musical interventions. So there are appointments, and there are people who come to us online, offline, and we need to understand the history of the person. We need to know the person. We need to understand all the basic background, and then accordingly we should also work on designing music therapy towards the objective which is defined for that person. So two parts, I would say. One is understanding people, meeting people, getting to know people, and the second role or second part is musical. So we need to listen to a lot of music, we need to curate music, design music. So the second part is musical.
Sir, as someone who has had years of experience in this profession, so what kind of in what settings do music therapy work? Like in hospitals, in schools, rehabilitation centers?
Yes. So music therapy works in all these settings, as you mentioned, in schools, in special children centers, rehabilitation centers, psychology clinics, even normal hospitals, schools, colleges, all these settings music therapy works. Even daycare center for senior citizens, all these settings music therapy can work. Also, as a music therapist, you can start your own practice or a clinic as well. Yeah.
Sir, now we come to the challenges and future prospects of music therapy, because this whole interview is aimed towards the section of students. So, sir, what are some challenges that one might face as a music therapist?
So in India, there is lot of variety and lot of cultural backgrounds, differences, and so many other. We have a lot of variations in terms of people and cultures. So when we talk about people and intervention with the help of music, understanding their roots, understanding their culture is also becomes important. And sometimes there is a challenge in that, because in one or two meetings you cannot really understand the roots or culture of a person. And also there is lot of availability in terms of music, in terms of cultures. Like there is lot of music available, even basic Carnatic music, Hindustani music, and Bollywood music, folk music, the devotional music. So lot of musical genres and other stuff available. So selecting the appropriate music with understanding of the culture and the roots of a person sometimes can be a challenge.
So, do you see the future of music therapy evolving in India and worldwide?
Absolutely, yes. I'm a data driven person. I was in IT. So after COVID, the work which is coming to me has an exponential growth of 300% from the year of 2021 consecutively, like 21, 22, 23. So every year there is 300% growth in terms of the work which is coming in the area of music therapy towards me. So there is a lot of scope and growth, and people are now becoming aware of therapeutic powers of music across the world. And music is also considered one of the best methods because music therapy doesn't have any overdose or doesn't have any side effect.
So would you say that there is a demand for music therapists as of now?
Yes, I mean, if you talk about demand supply, the ratio is screwed. We have a lot of demand and there is lack of supply in terms of certified therapist. Yeah.
So now we come to the last section of this interview. That is because you've been a veteran in this field. So it's important for students to know what your thoughts are on any advice that you would like to give to students. Because so would you say there are any books, documentaries, or any online resources that you would recommend to students to learn more about the field?
Yeah. So firstly, I would say that generally what happens is if a child loves music, then the career options that are available to him are thought like performer centric career options. Like the person or the child or the student should become a performer in terms of singer or instrument player or something like that. However, anywhere in the world and especially in India, only top 2% musicians actually are performers, and they are becoming famous in their own field, and they get good opportunities, they get a lot of things and so many others. So if you love music, the remaining 97% of music lover students have this as a career option because their love for music is utilized here. Also, you are in the field, like every day you are into music kind of stuff, and at the same time it has a social angle to it, like you are helping someone else to have a better life, you are making some small positive change in someone else's life. So that work satisfaction is immense in this field when you talk about. So it's an absolutely wonderful opportunity for students, and there are like as I said, my organization Anahat Music Therapy, we have a lot of resources on our website wherein students can go and read and also learn about, and also they can listen to some of the therapeutic music as well to get a first hand experience kind of stuff. So that's also possible, and it's available.
What you said about the performer thing, that was a very, very nice way to put it. A lot of students, I know a lot of students personally who like music, who have an affinity for music, but they happen to have stage fear. So it's not always possible for them to be a singer. So this is definitely a very good career option for them. So any other advice for students that you might have?
Always follow your passion. I mean, it may sound cliched, but definitely when you follow the passion, somewhere down the line or sometime in your life, probably you will be able to marry the profession with passion, and that's the ultimate thing everyone wants. So definitely don't leave your passion anytime. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Your insight was extremely valuable for all the students out there. Not everyone talks about this as a profession, and it was really nice to hear such an experienced professional talk about this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.